Welcome to Robot Wars Series 2, where today we see destruction in our new cushion-proof arena. Today, 3 more robots take on to try and fight the ultimate prize against last year's reigning champion, Gigabite. So let's meet our first team.
So our first robot is Stinger, a very nice wedge shaped with a spike on the back. Very nice, very strong and sturdy that wedge, but it is fragile at the back. Could be a weakness. Let's find out.
Hey, so Team Stinger, what is this robot?
It's a stinger.
Okay, so what does it do?
It stings people and pushes people.
Oh, okay, so how are you going to approach your enemy?
Push and sting them.
Okay, well, I look forward to seeing this amazing stinger in the arena. So yeah, see you there.
I don't know.
And the reigning champ is back. Gigabite is back with its ultra powerful spinning blade. Very powerful again this year, even more improved than last year. But its drive reliability might let it down this year. Let's find out as we talk to his team captain.
1.
Okay, so Team Gigabite, what does this robot do? Okay, so I'm Gigabite, the winner of last year. So this has big spinner and has a couple of upgrades from last year. It has these 2 bars which stop the things from wobbling, and 2 new wheel guards to stop the wheels from falling off, like last year. Okay, so what's your idea going into the battles? I'm going to spin up and I'm going to destroy them. Okay, we look forward to seeing you in the arena. Goodbye then. Goodbye.
So now we've heard from both teams, let's get into the fight.
Two, 1, activate.
And they're off. Gigabite going straight in with that spinner, but getting pushed by Stinger all the way around. Gigabite trying to get that spinner in, Stinger doing circles. Gigabite really trying to get that blade in. Stinger just going around, driving into the wall like it normally does. And again, Gigabite getting that weapon spun up, trying to hit that fragile rear end. Stinger pushing, almost in the pit, not quite. Gigabite gets away, spins up again, getting ready for the next hit. Stinger over in the corner, Gigabite again getting pushed by Stinger. Stinger's really getting a good hold of that Gigabite. Gigabite still has its weapon spun up though, and goes in for another hit on that front wedge. That wedge is holding up really well. And now going in with a sting, trying to push that around a little bit. Going around back in with a wedge. Gigabite trying to get some good hits. Can't quite at the moment. And Gigabite getting pushed around by Stinger. Stinger really pushing hard on this fight, slamming it into the wall, stopping that blade, doing everything it can to stop that deadly weapon from getting up to speed. And as it comes around again, Stinger almost in the pit. Gigabite looks like it has lost one of its drive. We did know that quite fragile drive, and occasionally that cuts out. Looks like he has lost one of his wheels. That could be a disadvantage now. Looks like he's got it back. Can't quite tell. Stinger pushing him again. Stinger driving into the wall. Gigabite getting the weapon, trying to get it slammed into the wall by Stinger. Stinger really pushing hard. Really wants this win. Gigabite has lost drive once again on that same side. Looks as if he's got it back now. He may have, he may not. Stinger keeps doing circles. Maybe have won control, maybe hasn't. And he's getting Gigabite right slamming into the wall. Gigabite really getting pushed around. He needs to change that in this fight. Looks like that top part of that wedge has come off. And he's on top. Gigabite is on top of Stinger. This is something we haven't seen before. Stinger could push him in the pit now. This could be wide open. Slams into the wall. Looks like, oh, and he's off. Okay, he's off, but that wheel guard getting stuck on that front wedge could be a disadvantage. And going round, Stinger almost in the pit, Gigabite almost in the pit, and he's gone straight into that side part, and the sting has come off of Stinger. Stinger's come off of Stinger. But what's happened to Gigabite? Stinger driving into the wall, but what's happened to Gigabite? Gigabite can't seem to get out. Gigabite can't seem to get out. And what's that? The wall's just been pushed back in and he's free. That can't be right. That must be cheating. That can't be right. I'll have to have a look for the judges on that one. Stinger's in the pit! Stinger is in the pit! Stinger has just driven into the pit after all that hard work. That must be it. So, after that quite controversial fight, let's have a look at the replays. So first we have a big slam with Stinger slamming Gigabite into the wall. Then another big slam by Stinger straight into Gigabite, sending him into the wall. There comes the top panel coming straight off and Gigabite riding onto a Stinger there. But finally, at the end, Sting comes off, Gigabite gets slammed into the corner, and that's where it all happens. Let's see what the judges have to say. So I've just heard from the judges that the win, because of cheating on Team Gigabite's side, has been awarded to Stinger. So, after the first round, we can have a look at the table. So as you can see, the reigning champion has no points, whereas Stinger is on 3, as well as the German Lobster, and Trackapilla is also on 0. Looks like the reigning champion will have to do a bit more to get some points. See you next Friday for some more destructive action on LEGO Robot Wars. From me, goodbye.